What's the biggest loss you've ever seen off camera?
Well, last night, what were we down? About $562,000.
You were down.
I mean, not me, but me and my son and a couple of friends were playing something and just kind of sharing the result. And I was waking up and getting text updates. And I've seen. I mean, another friend also yesterday. I do a lot of gambling. He lost, I think, almost $400,000 in about 20 minutes. And then he went to another casino and won $2 million. I've seen some pretty big losses, but me personally, I don't like to lose a lot. You know, like I've seen it, and I've had little slivers of the action. But if I lost $50,000 or $100,000, I'd be so mad.
What's the biggest loss you've ever personally experienced off camera?
Probably like $30,000, something like that. I'm not like, I don't know. I like my money. You know, I don't want to lose it all. So yeah, I haven't lost that much money myself off camera, but I do now have a lot of friends that are really big, crazy gamblers and that gamble big, and they've lost a lot of money.
How do you think experiencing loss at such extreme levels and winning at such extreme levels affects your just like dopamine receptors? And do you think that have you noticed it's more difficult for you to be excited or to feel bored or like these other emotions when you're not gambling?
Yeah, I mean, I would imagine like that whole dopamine. I mean, I'm not a biologist. I don't know what would that wouldn't be a biology or physio, whatever. I don't
Like
know anything about chemistry or whatever. I don't know how it works, but I've heard this dopamine stuff is good. Like that's what you get when you look at the TikTok or whatever. You know, it's like, oh,
you get a
dopamine
rush.
I mean, gambling is a rush. It's just like anything else, I suppose. That is like maybe an addictive behavior and whatnot. So. Yeah, I mean, it is fun when you win, and it is depressing when you lose. And I guess that's a dopamine thing. And I mean, they have meetings about it, you know, for people who get like addicted to gambling and stuff. So be careful with it. I mean, we try to do a pretty good job of telling people, you know, gamble within your means, and we show our losses. I mean, we were, I think, one of the first groups to really show that you lose a lot. There's actually a couple casinos that don't want us to make content there because they don't like when you show that you lose, which I thought was interesting. But the reality of gambling is you're going to lose. Like unless you're, you know, some Rain Man level person, you know, who's way smarter than the average person and way more disciplined, you're going to lose. So it should be recreational. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. I mean, I did it before I had a channel. It was when if I was bored, I would go down and play video poker. I like it. It's fun. I've been doing it since I was in my 20s. I came to Vegas like the first time in like 1984. Been coming here at least once a month for 40 years. So I love it. I always have. But it's like playing with fire, you know. Got to be careful.
How do casinos actually make their money? Is it through gambling? Is it through selling rooms?
You know, I don't own one, but I'd like to. Yeah. I'm pretty sure it has to be mostly from the gambling. But I think these days now there's like there's a lot of ancillary revenue sources, like, you know, those super clubs and all these expensive restaurants and the shopping and so forth. The model's probably fairly elaborate, but there can't be anything more profitable than having a machine that every time someone pushes a button, you make 8% of the money. You know, I mean, you think about it. Like if you have a bank of machines, they're playing the long game. Yeah, someone's going to hit a jackpot over here, but they almost never even have a losing day or week, certainly not month. Mm-hmm. You know, I mean, it's so if someone's playing $100 a spin, you know, it's like spin, 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 $8 to every single time that button is pushed. It's an enormous amount of money that they make on slots.
Do they make more money from the high rollers or from the people making smaller bets?
This would be conjecture, but I would think the bigger players, because if someone's betting $1,000 a spin, right? You know, that's $1,000, $1,000. If someone's betting $1 a spin, you know, they'd have to do it 1,000 times to get the same coin in. But then there's more smaller players playing small. So I don't know, that'd be a better question for someone who owns a casino and has looked at the math. But it seems like it would take a long time to match the coin in of the bigger players. But again, there are I'm thinking, and I'm just like, I'm making this up as I talk, because you walk through a casino, you got the big part with just all those machines where the average person's probably betting $5 a spin. And then you go into the high limit room where maybe the average person is betting $100 a spin. Again, making that up, but that's 20x. So the question is, are there 20 times more people outside on the floor playing than there is in here? I'm not sure.
But then why with Dana White has he been banned from some casinos? I don't think he's an edge player, but I don't think he's an advantage player.
I've played with him. I can tell you he is not.
So why did you see him do something?
Well, I mean, he did some crazy stuff. Like, I mean, he well, not crazy. He's an instinct player. Like, I mean, he doesn't play even basic strategy. Like, where there's a mathematical strategy. Like there's a black and white answer to every single situation in blackjack, for example. And I've seen him make plays. He'll stay on 16 if he just he feels like it, or he'll hit on something that he's not supposed to, or he'll double something that he's not supposed to, or whatever the case may be. Like, he plays kind of by his own rules. But I can tell you that sometimes there are some people who are lucky. He's obviously a lucky guy. I mean, president of the UFC, everyone likes him. He is an amazing dude. He's maybe lucky. And if you beat casinos for a lot of money, they don't like that.
But still, like, if you're not an advantage player, can't they see it expanded over a long enough time horizon and be like, okay, like, if you bet, coin in $50 million here this year, we're going to end up retaining some of that.
I think maybe the thing with him is he just bets like for maybe a smaller property or something like that. I think he bets so big that they just are scared of the swings. Like, I mean, that's why these places have limits. I mean, like, the most you can bet is 10,000. Also to prevent people from martingaling, I would imagine. But some places don't want to take a bet bigger than $10,000 or $20,000.
Have you ever martingaled?
Oh yeah, we've done videos while proving it doesn't work.
Did you ever successfully martingale? What's the worst you've ever lost martingaling?
I mean, we successfully martingale every single time until you don't, and then, I mean, it can get real bad real quick. So a lot of times, like, we'll play, especially online, you bet $100, and then so 100, 200, 400, 800, 1600, 3200, 6400, then you're pretty soon you're table max, so 7 hands in a row. Until you lose 7 hands in a row, you're winning $100 every time. And you can dodge the bullet quite a few times. We'll sit there and we'll do that 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64. And, we'll win, $100, $100, win a few $1,000s, right? It works out great until it doesn't, when you just lost 1, 3, 7, whatever. I mean, it becomes, $10, $15, $20,000 loss the one time you lose 7 in a row. You have to add that up, but 6,400 plus 3,200 plus whatever, 1,600. And that one time it happens, it just devastates all the money you made along the way. It absolutely scientifically has been proven by us many times, does not work. You will get wrecked.
Now, really quick, I just want to say that we've been traveling a lot to bring you these guests here on the Iced Coffee Hour. And if you've traveled recently, you know what happens when you start packing your bags. Clothes get way bulkier than they should be, and it's a lot more stressful than it needs to be. That's why our sponsor, Exter, really surprised me with their Travel Pack Vacuum Kit. It's designed to help you pack smarter, save space, and stay organized without overthinking it.
The Exter Travel Pack comes with compression bags and a compact, rechargeable vacuum that lets you shrink your clothes down to a fraction of the size. With that, you can keep way more all in the same bag while keeping everything protected from spills, odors, and wrinkles. It's honestly wild how much space it frees up. You can turn just a small backpack into a full-on weekend bag with no checked luggage or rolling carry-on.
And just like everything Extra makes, their build quality is phenomenal. The materials feel premium, it's easy to use, and it actually makes travel way more enjoyable than it used to be.
Exter also designed their travel pack to work seamlessly with their backpacks and organizers, so everything stays clean, compact, and super easy to access when you're on the move.
And right now is the best time to buy one because Extra's running a Christmas sale from December 8th through the 26th with up to 54% off site-wide.
Not to mention, when you use our code ICED, you'll get an additional 10% off on top of that for up to 64% off the total.
Just go to partner.extra.com/iced or click the link down below. Or to make it easier, we have the QR code on the screen as well. Again, that is partner.extra.com/iced with the link down below or the QR code on the screen. Thank you so much and enjoy.